Fuel and transportation costs are escalating again, and consumers could feel the impact at the supermarket.
The political unrest in the Middle East is again having a profound effect on oil prices and energy costs in the United States. Gasoline and diesel prices have surged in the past few weeks, making it more costly to transport goods. Meanwhile, food remains abundant in the U.S., and supermarkets regularly offer sales on many meat, dairy, and other products. While the cost of living does go up over time, it's energy and transportation costs that are the primary factor behind higher food prices.
Everything that is produced uses some kind of energy, whether it's electricity being burned from coal or if it's diesel fuel to put in those trucks to ship it somewhere. It's got an energy component to it, and those energy prices continue to rise. And as energy prices rise, so will food prices. But the commodity prices are rising at the same time because those farmers that are producing that food deal with those same kind of energy prices.
King says there are other factors that play a role in food costs, such as the expense of marketing and packaging the products. Corporate groups spend a lot to advertise and package their products and pass some of that expense on to consumers.
Actually, in a box of cornflakes, it costs more to print that box. The ink on the box costs more than the corn and some of the other just raw commodities that are in that. You think about all the dollars that Coke spends marketing on the Super Bowl. They spent more than they spent on most of the corn fructose syrup that they would have used that day.
Corn supplies in the U.S. are at their lowest levels in 15 years due to heavy demand from China, India, and other markets, which is partially responsible for the higher price of the grain. Crop farmers nationwide will likely increase acreage to take advantage of the more attractive prices.
If you look back in 2007, the last time we had these high prices in the corn, soybeans, and cotton and grain markets, you saw about 10 million acres more than what we had last year. So what they're forecasting is that those acreages are just going to appear, or they're hoping they'll just appear because it's going to take those acreage just to maintain the stock levels that we have right now.
Economists expect the nation will see an escalation of consumer price inflation over the next 6 months, with the largest percentage being fuel costs. While the Labor Department reported a 7% increase in gasoline prices in January, food prices rose only 0.3%, which was less than economists were forecasting.